welcome to another video from Diane. I'm Diane and today we're going to make this beautiful little handbag. Isn't it so cute? This is so cute. Now I've got in here 2, 4, 5 of these huge chocolates. So it will fit 5 of those big chocolates in there, or you could put in here, you know, like a packet of tissues and a nice hand cream or something like that. It will fit all of those, and you could put a ribbon on the top if you really wanted to. So I'm going to show you how we made this, and I have done some of the cutting out on my big shot, but I've had to bring it over because I have to do this piece here on the main part of the card with you so you can see how it's done, because I can't pre-do that. Okay, so I'm going to be using an old stamp set again. This one I'm just using this happy birthday because it fits beautifully on this piece here. So I don't know if I did that right. Yep. So, and I'm going to be doing it in retired paper, but I also have here my die, my layering circle dies, and you will need the fourth size and the 5th size. No, the 6th size, sorry. 4th and the 6th size in the plain ones. So I'll get them out so I can show you what you're doing. I'm going to be stamping in basic grey, and I'm going to be using some of this beautiful paper with these, I don't know what they were called, herons or something on them. Or maybe I'll use that side. Oh, I might use that side. What do you reckon? Yeah, I think I might use that side as my paper. That will look really nice. So anyway, you don't need a real lot for this card. You need a piece of card that measures 11 3/4 by 5.5. Now that's the other piece that's come off of this A4 sheet, and you'll need that to make your handles. Now I've done that. You need to cut them out 4 times, and you need to keep at least one of the pieces that go in the middle for your stamping. So to make these, what I did is I just got a piece of washi tape, and let's pop this out of the way for a minute, and I'll show you how I did. I laid this onto my card and then laid the other one here like so, and put a piece of washi tape here and here on it so that I could cut it out. Once I cut it out, I could lift this up and move it over, and it would be the same for all of them. So that way all 4 of these are identical. Okay, so you can see that they are all exactly the same distance apart all the way around, and that's what you want to do. So that's why I stuck them together like so, like in 2 places for me, but if you feel 3 places or 4, go for it, and then you just cut the 4 of them out. So we've done that bit already, so I can now throw that piece in the rubbish bin. But you will need to keep at least one of your centres for your tag on the front here. So we've done that. We've got to do a little bit of stamping, and there isn't really a real lot. So we've done our main bag, which is 11 3/4 by 5.5, and our handle piece was 11 3/4 by 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Yes. Okay. My 2 pieces of paper, which I might use that side over that side. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that side. My 2 pieces of paper measure 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So my 2 pieces of designer series paper are the same. Now, because they're both the same size and they're the same on both sides, it won't matter what way up your pattern is until you pop them onto your card. Okay, so let's pop them out of the way. I won't need my large one anymore, but I will need the smaller one. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and we're going to score this. I've got to read this where I'm going to score this, because I didn't write it down. Well, how about that? That's a bit silly, isn't it? So we're going to score this on the long side at 4 inches. And remember to use the small end. We're going to score this at 4 inches, 5.5 inches, okay, 9.5 inches and 11 inches. And then we are going to put a little mark here at 4 3/4 inches, there, just like so, and 10 1/4 inches. Just a little mark like that on each end. So you can see those little marks just there and there. So now we're going to pop this onto the short side with those marks up this side on the right hand side. And we're going to score this at 1 5/8. 1 5/8. Okay. So that's all our scoring done on this board, but we're going to use our ruler and the stylus to do a bit more scoring. So we're going to score, and using the ruler and the stylus from this corner here up to that mark. So right where the first one starts, you get that crossover up to that mark, and again on the other side of that up to that mark. And then we're going to do exactly the same in the other small section, from the corner of that small section up to the mark, and then from the other corner of it up to that mark. If I can find the mark. There we go. So we now have the score lines with these triangle ones here in the middle. And once we've done that, we will then do our other pieces. So what we're going to do next is we're going to cut out, or we're not going to cut out the ends, sorry. We're going to stick on our 2 panels here and here. So we might score this, fold and burnish this all first across the top. I think I did it the other way around last time, but I think I'm going to score and burnish it and fold it all first. Fold and burnish it all first, whichever way around you want to say it. Okay, and then with these ones in the middle here, we need to fold these as valley folds along that line, where all the others are mountains. So those bits in the middle there, those triangular bits, are valleys. Okay, well, I think we'll do this cutting first as well. So we're going to cut up from the bottom, which is the 1 5/8 mark, and then notch in the small piece. Oops, let's do that a bit better. Notch it in. That's a bit better. So we're going to do that on both of these. Both sides. This one here. And this one here we're going to notch in, and then we can notch that piece off there. So you didn't need to cut up that side, just notch it in. Oops, and a little bit off of that top bit there. Okay. So now we're going to bring in our ruler and our pencil again, and what we're going to do is, we know that this is 4 inches, and half of 4 inches is 2 inches. So we're going to pop a little mark in the 2-inch mark, and then the 3-inch and the 1-inch mark. We're going to do the same on the top of this one. So we're going to put in a mark at the 1-inch, the 2-inch and the 3-inch mark. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our die, and this is going to sit in here. So for me, what I did is I marked it on here. I went like this, I put it here, and I marked it 1, 2, 3, 4 squares up, and making sure that those marks are on there, and that is in the center. And I should have brought a little bit of washi tape with me, but I didn't, which was a bit silly, wasn't it? Let me go and get a pen. Because I'm going to need it to be able to move it around. Okay, so we'll just do that again. Those marks are there so that you can even it up, and if we pop this on here, add a line and make sure that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're happy with that, we can then pop that onto there, and we can pop that through our die cutting machine. No, we can't. What am I doing? I'm doing this all wrong. Let me get this straight. We've marked it, that's great. Now we're going to put on our pieces of designer series paper. So I don't know, I'm really not doing a very good job today, am I? So I will just mark those above that, because we need to cut through both, don't we? If we don't cut through both, well, then we're going to be in the poo. So let's pop that one on there, making sure that your pattern is up the correct way. And again, I'm just going to move that down a little bit so I can put my marks on here. Of course, they won't show because they will be cut off. Very clever girl here today. I'm just proving that I'm just as silly as everybody else on a rainy day. And we seem to be getting plenty of those lately. Okay, so now we can pop a pin in and glue. We can pop this back on again. So we'll bring this over and we'll pop it up to this line, pop this on, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 so that it is even, and we'll pop this on here. Now we will cut that out, and I will do that over here. My big shot is on a trolley, so it's easy for me to move it close, but I can't lift it. It's just too heavy for me. Okay, so we've done that piece. We can now pull that piece off, and we can see that that's even. And pull this piece off of here. Oh, well, that bit's going to go in the bin, isn't it? We'll have another piece of the tape, because it didn't want to come off. And we're going to pop this up at the line again, popping these so that they're in them with, whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we know that they are as even as we're going to get them. So let's go and pop that back through the machine again. And we can bring that back over here now, like so. And that will come off of there. That can all go in the rubbish. Ugh, get off my fingers. Okay, so we have our two cut out pieces here like this now. So we can bring in our handles and making sure that we get them around the right way, which is nice. And a bit of glue, and we're going to just glue around this edge and pop one of these on so that it matches up with that edge, like so. So you can see that that's just perfect in there. When you're happy with that one, do the other one. And as I say, the little marks that you made with your pencil, if you want to rub them out, if you're bit OCD, that's fine, but they don't show, so there's no reason to. This one goes on exactly the same way, and making sure that it's even right in there, the same. And you can always check on the other side that it's not laying up. Okay, so then we're going to pop our glue all the way around these pieces. Come here. Oh my goodness, I'm having a really day where nothing wants to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so we're going to do all the way around that one. And then we're going to lay it on top of this one here so that it matches up. When you're happy with the way that's matched up, give it a bit of a squeeze because that will get the glue right down in the edges. And you can feel that that's perfect around there. And then we'll do the same with the other one. There we go. We have two perfect handles on our basket or bag. So now what we have to do is we need to put some glue down this tab here. We're going to pop some glue on this tab here. And we will bring the other side of the basket bag over so that it matches up beautifully along that edge. And you can see then that it's never going to be 100% perfect unless you are really particular about making sure that they match 100% on each side, but they're going to be as good as they're going to get. So we're going to pull these back, push these two flaps in, and we'll pop a little bit of glue on the bottom of these flaps here and lay the first one down, making sure that it's nice and square. When you're happy with how square it is, just give it a bit of a knock down on the inside. Oops, that's not very square at all, is it? Maybe that one will go in better. That side will go in better, so let's pop a bit more glue on there. Don't know why that side will go in better than the other, but it doesn't matter. We'll pop that side in. And then pop some glue on this one. And bring that one up over the top, like so. Then we can push them all down in there nice and tightly. We have our lovely little bag. Look at that, what a lovely little shopping bag. So let's pop the pin in the top of the glue and we'll finish it off. So we'll grab one of these circles, and as you can see I've been a bit messy this last few days. I can't get the ink off my fingers. And I've stamped a nice happy birthday onto that one like so. We'll bring in some beautiful, some dimensions to put on the back, like so. And we'll pop this onto the front. Now, the front is the edge that doesn't have this line on it, so it's the one with the edge that goes over. Let's pop that onto the front of my bag, and I have these gems here. These are metallic gems. Oh. And I have a ribbon that I've already cut and done, made up, so we'll just get a glue dot here. Onto the back of my bow, popping him onto the card like so, bag like so, not card. I keep saying card and there's a bag. And that is our Wowza Wednesday project. What do you think? I think it's gorgeous. And as I say, you could put another piece of that ribbon there tied through the handle if you wanted to pop something in there that doesn't fall out, or you don't want it to fall out, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I've been on the drink a bit this week, and it is actually dry July here in Australia, so, and I haven't had a drink, I will assure you. So that's my project for today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. It will, as I say, it will fit this small size, which is the 35mm size things in there. You can pop them, you could put a couple in there because they will lay down in there even, I think, if I laid it down. Yes, it will just lay down in there. If not, it will stand on an angle. But they are gorgeous. This one was done with the Hues of Happiness and it's Pool Party, and I absolutely love it. So if you've enjoyed today's project, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe so you don't miss any other. If you would like the written tutorial for this, please head over to Die for stamping, crafting and tutorials. There you will find the written tutorial dated the same date as the YouTube video. It will go live on exactly the same day at the same time. They're both live at the same time. So I will see you again next time. Bye for now.